Hello and welcome back to SillyPointt. It's been long time already. जैसे आपने previous reel में देखा होगा. तो ठीक है, now we are back. आईपीएल आ रहा है, विमेंस आईपीएल खत्म हो रहा है जैसे हमने बताया. उसके भी सेमीज और फाइनल्स आ रहे हैं. टॉप थ्री मतलब आरसीबी और जीजी एलिमिनेट हो चुके हैं. बाकी तीनों में
Yes.
कड़ा मुकाबला चल रहा है. So alongside that, IPL is starting in the next 10 days from the day we are recording the video. तो हाँ, 10 दिन में शुरू हो रहा है और 10 टीम्स है इस बार भी पिछले साल की तरह। गुजरात ने टाइटल जीता था तो डिफेंडिंग चैंपियंस वो है। साथ ही काफ़ी सारे कंटेंडर्स है इस बार और प्लेयर्स का मिक्स भी काफ़ी तगड़ा है। तो देखते हैं
Yes.
हमारे दिल्ली बॉयज़ के साथ, देसी बॉयज़ दिल्ली बॉयज़ जो हम लेकर आए आज। अ, हम लेकर नहीं आए, उनकी उनके इंटरेस्ट की वजह से आए हैं वो दोनों। So meet Kunal. Kunal
Yes.
is one of my fellow cricket player. We play here in Ireland. Oh, by the way, हम लोग चारों फिलहाल आयरलैंड में बेस्ड है, अलग-अलग सिटीज में है, बट हाँ यहीं पर है. तो कुणाल, वेलकम. एंड द
Thank you.
सेकंड
Thank
गाय
you.
इज यश, जिसको रजत लेकर आए हैं. और रजत को अगर आप नहीं जानते तो अच्छी बात है, वो जानने वाली चीज नहीं. नहीं, नहीं, ठीक है. ये तो था पिछले साल, तो जो लोग फॉलोअर्स है वो जानते हैं, नहीं जानते तो ये ही इज आल्सो क्रिकेट फैन फैनेटिक. He has earned his SillyPointt hoodie and he's there with us now. So Kunal, I'll let you introduce.
Yeah, hi. Hi, all. My name is Kunal. I'm based in Dublin right now. I'm working for an IT company here and playing a little bit of cricket with Aditya for Sandyford. I played last 2 years for different club, but this year joined Aditya's club, Sandyford.
Hmm.
This is nice meeting you guys. And
Likewise.
yeah,
Yash.
हाय एवरीवन आई एम यश. रजत और मैं साथ में गॉलवे में हैं. आई हैव स्पेंट द लास्ट 10 years of my life playing cricket for different teams, clubs. So cricket is a very big part of my life. So always available to talk and discuss it whenever I can.
चलो, वेरी नाइस. रजत.
And
हाँ, बोल दे
yeah,
बोल
and
दे.
I think Yash, you have also played at state level, right? For
Yeah, I
the
played intercollegiate state levels. Yes.
Nice, nice, very nice. So yes, we have some smart cricketing brains here today with us to analyze the first team that we have picked, that is Delhi Capitals.
Correct.
So let's start with the proceedings. So Delhi Capitals, the biggest question this year around, the captain from previous few seasons, yeah, has been injured due to an accident and is, or most likely is not available for the entire season. So what's the story with the new captain, and what do you think will be the strategies?
So
Over to you.
absolutely correct. Rishabh Pant is a key component of the team, not only because he's our captain, but he's a dynamic player in the team. Rishabh Pant is one of those players who steps in and he can change the game within an over. तुम्हें नहीं पता कब तुम्हारे हाथ से गेम निकल जाए. So of course, not having Rishabh Pant in the team, with the team as a captain, as a player, is a big loss. But I think the way the Delhi Capital team is structured, उनके players बहुत solid हैं. If we start talking about the batsmen in itself, up at the top we have Prithvi Shaw and David Warner, probably one of the most dynamic duos that are opening up for teams in this IPL. You've seen them in the past. You have seen what they can do. Prithvi Shaw, X Factor, always pulls up to the game. And when you know Prithvi Shaw is clicking, you know your team's winning. So up at the top, those two batsmen, perfect. Mitchell Marsh, we've seen what he can do in the last game. India Australia match, if everyone who's watching has watched the game last time.
yes.
Mitch Marsh, absolute powerhouse, hitting to the best of his ability. So Mitch Marsh is a very good addition to the team. And in terms of being an all-rounder, I think he brings in that X factor again.
Indeed.
Uh, the problem comes in the middle order now with Rishabh Pant missing. We are
Mhm.
lacking a solid middle order. I think Manish Pandey was a good buy. Uh, I don't know if it was a strategic move in that moment or it was just pure luck. But the fact that Manish Pandey is now in the team gives us some hope
Yes.
of the middle order being stable.
Correct.
Uh,
It would actually provide some balance to the team.
and
Yeah, in the middle order. And then Kunal, you want to say something?
yeah. So to
Yeah.
add on to yes, like we have a very young dynamic player is coming up who has scored tons of runs in this year's domestic. Yes, Dul, as you know, last year's under 19 captain, he has been excellent in this year. For the Ranji Trophy, Syed Mushtaq Ali, Dilip trophies, games. In fact, in last Iranian Trophy also he got 100,
Wow.
and he has become the captain of Delhi Ranji team for the last few years because there are some like players and Nitish Rana, as I know, they was missing, but and I think he's become the captain for the last two games, and they have beaten Mumbai. Delhi has beaten Mumbai in Ranji Trophy after almost some 30 or 40 odd years, and I think he can be a good like as you all know, Manish Pandey is a season campaigner, right, for the in
Yeah.
IPLs.
Correct.
And I think ES Dul for me is a big bet for like he can play as an opener, he can play in the middle orders, he can play at number three. So
Correct.
as यश ने जो बोला है कि हमारा ओपनर ऑलमोस्ट फिक्स्ड है लाइक प्रीवियसली
Uh-huh.
दिल्ली कैपिटल्स का ओपनर क्या था पृथ्वी शॉ एंड शिखर धवन अभी
Hmm.
धवन नहीं है तो उसकी जगह पे लेफ्ट हैंडर
Warner.
is Warner, right? And as you saw, right, Mitchell Marsh can also open the innings now.
Yeah, we
Exactly.
saw
So
it
I
the,
think
the, the
top
previous.
three is sort out till now. Top three and four is sort out for Delhi Capitals right now. Like Shaw, Warner, ES Dhul, Manish Pandey, Mitchell Marsh. I think
Yes.
they are, for me, they
They
are
are playing.
going in my 11,
Yeah.
and then I think Yesh can add on more and more on the rest.
Correct. I think one of the biggest question facing Delhi Capitals right now is wicketkeeper कौन है. Delhi Capital has that potential backup in Sarfaraz Khan, who we have seen have has had a wonderful domestic term this time. Uh,
Hmm.
there is also Phil Salt, who is an exciting, dynamic T20 player. I would love to see what Phil Salt can bring to the team, but that would mean compromising on your top four international players. So that is a big question that the management has to decide upon. And
Yeah.
if push comes to shove, Manish Pandey, we all know, can also keep. He's kept for his domestic team. So if that is the team balance where you really need that extra international player scope, then maybe Manish Pandey comes in as the keeper. And we still have that chances. So I think the
I
keeper
think
question, uh,
yes, like from a close friend of mine, right? I don't want to name him in the. He works for the Delhi Capitals, and
Oh.
what I have found out from them, like they have a camp last month in Calcutta, Kolkata, as you guys called right. They have back, and I think they have pretty clear about the wicketkeeper scenario, and I think they have chose Sarfaraz as their wicket keeping, and because of that, Sarfaraz was playing a lot of T20s back now in the DY Patel T20s, and he kept there
Yeah.
for quite long. I think all of the tournament he played, and then he was playing a lot of local clubs leagues back in Mumbai and as a keeper.
Hmm.
And I just saw some of his videos. I think for the last week or two, he's in NCA training. I think he got some finger injuries and everything. That's why he missed the Irani Cup
correct.
because
Hmm.
as you all know, कितना run बनाया उसने. I think more than 1,000 runs scored.
He
And
So
was
like,
yeah,
Plenty of
yeah.
yeah.
Sarfaraz Khan, I think if I'm getting the stats right, in last three Ranji seasons is averaging around 150. That
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
insane.
yeah.
Amazing.
I
That is
think
insane.
after Don Bradman, he is the
Highest,
second.
yes.
Like we should
In
not
domestic.
compare him with anyone else, but as per the
sure, sure.
stats, that's what the stats says.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely. And if the team has the wicketkeeper thing sorted, I think that was one of the biggest hesitations after the
Yeah.
dynamic powerhouse and the ex-captain going out.
Correct.
Oh,
Um,
no doubt, Phil Salt is an outstanding player, right? What we saw what he has done in recent England's tour of Pakistan, right? But
correct.
I think
Yes.
like then as he has already mentioned, compromising one foreign players for wicket keeping is I think it आपके मीन्स composition को थोड़ा सा बिगाड़ देता है टीम के because he
Correct.
Yes.
all
True
And
need
that.
need two key bowlers, foreign bowlers basically.
yes, yes,
Correct.
absolutely.
Yes.
And the idea is for major part you have specialist batsmen as overseas players or
Yeah,
specialist bowlers as
bowlers
Bowlers as well.
overseas
or
players. So if
or
Or
you
all
rather
have
rounders.
all-rounders, to be honest. T20s,
all rounders,
all rounders.
but they are not like, I think only one guy, Rogman Powell.
Yeah,
He's the
Common Paul.
overseas guy who is an all
Yeah,
rounder. But then last season he got very few matches again because of the balance. Like
Yeah.
you need to have
balance. Yeah, yeah. To be
uh,
honest,
the balance
balance.
of the team is most important. So considering that, I think yes,
I think
you the top order is kind of sorted with a batsman. So
Yes.
I think you have top four for sure.
I
You
think
need
we also have Aditya. If you're missing Ruili Rosso,
Riley Russo,
Riley
yes,
Russo,
Riley
correct.
Rosso. Sorry,
Riley
if you
Russo, yeah, good
Riley
backup.
Russo,
Riley
yeah.
Rosso,
Yes.
right? If you're
Yeah.
missing him, right? Like उसने अभी जो साउथ अफ्रीका में जो अभी उनका T20 हुआ है
लीग
उसमें
हुआ था.
he was like one of the I think
yes,
top five run scorers, right? So he can be, and again like
Yes.
Mitch Marsh, we know is an outstanding player, but he's very injury prone, right?
hmm,
So he can be a good option for
Yes.
us, right? For Mitch Marsh in number three or number four.
right. So yes, you have a good bench strength as well for the top four, just in case if you have any injuries.
Yeah.
You have enough number of Indian players and overseas players to replace and still maintain the balance. So that is one of the
Yes.
good parts from the selectors who have been, recruiting the right people in the side, and that makes it more
Yes.
likely. Like the top seven is clearly sorted, and now coming to the all rounders and the bowlers. So
Bowlers.
we have one of the retained guys, of course, Mr. AP Bapu.
Yeah.
बापू को प्रणाम.
And the form
He,
he's in right now. And means
So,
he
Aditya, I have a question here.
yes, sir.
Akshar Patel plays as a batsman or as a bowler?
I think the question begs the analysis of last season also. अगर आपने notice किया होगा, Akshar
Yes.
Patel has come in and finished games with the bat. So he's
Yes.
been given that
Yes.
confidence by the team, by the management. Ki you go out there, you play your game. And that reflects.
Exactly.
In terms of his bowling in his last series, in the last few games, I am a bit concerned as to how that form is coming along. But in terms of batting, I think Akshar Patel has made a magnanimous jump in terms of his skills,
Yes.
consistency. So wo is a very good factor. Again, key player for the team, comes down at number 6, number 7, bats, bowls those
and
4 quick overs,
Finishes.
gets those wickets. Absolutely key player.
and I think with the added responsibility, he is now the vice captain for
Yes,
Delhi
he is.
Capitals, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
and
Yes.
he comes straight with the team for me, right? He can play. What we can use him as an अगर top order में कोई left hander नहीं है रूली रस्को को छोड़ के, so
Yeah.
he can come and pinch
Yes.
it, right?
Come in.
Correct.
We have seen
Yes.
last year, I think Ricky Ponting has used him as a pinch as a pinch hitter, right?
Yes.
And I think the most what I see the most added means positive for Delhi Capital this year is addition of Saurav Ganguly as an director of crickets.
Hmm.
Correct.
Saurav Ganguly and we have seen, right, Saurav Ganguly and Ricky Ponting जो पहले काम करा था I think 2018 17
Yes.
18 में and
Yeah.
see
Yes.
how the team was going, right? The
Yeah.
team was doing really good. 2019 में if I'm not wrong, I think before
Yeah,
COVID.
it's that
Yeah.
19 onwards, I
season,
think.
18,
Yes.
19
Yeah.
season.
The season you reached the final, that season, I
Correct.
guess.
Yes,
Correct.
yes, the breakthrough season
Yes.
for the Delhi
Yeah.
Capitals that
Yes.
time.
Yes.
So I think Akshar Patel, or I really want to see one more player. And we know how the ability of Akshar Patel. I think bowling, I think yes has already mentioned. But bowling के लिए मेरे I think what I feel like he was more under bowled in the Test series because I think his
Hmm.
bowling and he was very. I think his form was pretty okay for. He was bowling in the power plays in the New Zealand T20s. And for me, my personal one, which I want to see, is Ripple Patel. Right, I have followed him in this year's
Domestic
domestic
cricket.
circle, and he has scored some really means crispy knocks, right? Coming down the order, and he has some heated, and he has the capability to hit big sixes, right?
Hmm.
And uska bowling bhi theek thaak hai, right? He plays for Gujarat, and he has done really well for Gujarat in this domestic season.
Correct. So he is that kind of a bowler who can give you 2 overs if some of your strike bowlers are having
Yes.
a bad day, or in the middle overs, he can come in and try to stop runs, stop the flow of runs if that's going on. So that kind of a player is very handy in the middle of the overs. But again, the pool of all rounders is so huge. You don't know if you
Yes.
want to mix in with spin bowling all rounders or fast bowling all rounders.
Correct.
Like recent purchase of Aman Khan and also Lord Shardul Thakur, all of these being present. What do you think about the overall performance, and
I
who
think
would you be able to like?
Shardul was traded with Aman Khan for KKR,
Aman,
so
yeah,
Yeah,
correct,
yeah.
KKR right
correct.
now.
Yeah,
Shardul
yeah,
was
yes.
traded with Aman Khan.
Shardul
Yeah.
was
Yes,
there the previous season, and this
yeah,
season it's Aman Khan. So
Yeah,
correct.
like Aman Khan is again one guy who has done really well for in the especially in the T20s for Mumbai, right? And like he has been in the Mumbai team circle for a long time right now.
mm,
So
Yes.
he can be a good addition. And
correct. And
Lalit
you
Yadav,
have
we were missing Lalit Yadav, right? He has
I was
played
going to
well
come
Lalit
to Lalit
a lot of
Yadav as
games,
well.
right? And I have
Yes,
seen him I have seen I used to seen him from the club games, so in
Mhm.
Delhi, right? And he is a really uh, he was I mean termed as the like सौरव गांगुली जैसे वीरेंद्र सहवाग को यूज करता था एज अ गोल्डन आर्म विकेट लेने के लिए.
Ah.
आई थिंक लास्ट सीजन वी हैव सीन इन द
So
पहला
correct,
कुछ गेम्स पे
correct.
उसने
partner.
अच्छा खासा विकेट्स लिया था पहले
yes.
उसने. एंड
Correct.
एंड he
Uh,
can bat really well.
Yeah, he's that street smart cricketer which we
Yeah,
have,
yeah,
who chips in with every beat of whatever he can do to the team. So he's that
Correct.
kind of a cricketer, and
Correct.
he delivered. I think last year he delivered in few
He
matches,
did. He
so
did.
he's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
yes, he did. He won the game
Yeah.
as well. Like, one of
yeah.
the game where it was difficult for Delhi
Yeah,
to
he just
recover.
scored a
Yes.
quick fire
He brought
50.
them home.
50.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. So coming to the bowlers, what do you think? Do you think
Uh,
have you got that basis covered? Because
I
actually looking at the bowling, other than Enric Nokia, personally saying feel the fast bowling attack is overly reliant on Enric Nokia. Other than
no.
that,
No, no,
I
no,
would
no,
like
no.
to
Hold on.
disagree with this, Rajat. I
Yes.
think Delhi has one of the best fast bowling attack in
Correct.
IPL this season, right?
uh,
If you see, I'll just name
Yeah.
Kamlesh Nagarkoti, Chetan Sakaria. Chetan Sakaria has done
yeah,
means
no, no. I mean,
he is
what
in his
I'm
form of his life in domestic
right,
cricket. Then
right.
Mukesh Kumar is I think one of the best buys for Delhi, right? And then we have Khalil Ahmad, and we missed one guy like in the all rounders is Kuldeep Yadav.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Like,
not to
yeah.
forget, we also have the veteran Ishant Sharma back in the team.
Yes, yes,
Well,
So
yes.
well, well. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Why are you not considering Lungi and Giri? What's wrong with you?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm coming in, right? Like,
There is a very strong bowling attack,
yes,
and
correct.
exactly.
the
And
problem is to choose the four speedsters.
Exactly. I think
It's not that you don't have a good bowling attack. It's like it's so good
but like,
you have to compromise.
do you have a Ravada replacement though?
I
Well, you
think
don't need one. You
we
don't need
don't
one.
need we don't need we have Enric, and then we have Ngidi. Those two can
Okay.
replace. Like
I
previously, yeah. It's good.
Yeah,
yeah,
yes,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
we're forgetting one very important name, which is Mustafizur Rahman.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, there is
He is still
Mustafizur.
But
Mustafizur
Yes,
is still there. We
Yeah,
know how
that's
deadly
yes,
he can be in
yeah.
the death overs, in the opening overs, and that is one
yes.
player. I think
Yeah.
Delhi
So,
का problem इस season ये है कि किस किस को खिलाए. Not
yes,
yes, true.
but
not how to get the best team, but what is that combination? Because char international player, your domestic players, you need to fit in the keeper. You have the options, you have the bench strength, but the problem is who plays and what is the best combination.
Yes.
I think
Exactly. And see,
yes, to be
to,
honest, अगर मेरा opinion, I think what I can see is like Enric and Ngidi, क्योंकि मुस्तफिजर का अगर देखा जाए last 6 months or years, like he is not into his in his top form, right? If you
Right.
will see
Correct.
Yes.
BPL, he was not in this year BPL, Bangladesh Premier League, right?
Yeah.
He was into the not top 10 wicket takers. I think he got some 10
Ah.
wickets in total BPL with an economy of 8.33 or something like this.
that's
Okay.
not the
So
vintage Mustafizur, although these figures are not bad,
yeah,
but the
Yeah.
exactly.
Mustafizur we know,
Yes.
he is very different from what.
And I also think that if they need a left armer, there is Khalil Ahmed there.
Lil Ahmed, correct.
Yes.
Yeah. And I
Yes.
think Mustafizur will be very crucial in the tracks. Like now again, IPL has gone to their previous like before COVID scenes, right? Home and away matches. So Mustafizur will be
Yes.
really important for the team in the slow pitches like
Chip
Mumbai
out.
and Chennai. Basically, in
Yes.
these pitches, Mustafizur will be very crucial.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yes.
Sure. We
So just
will.
to wind up, I would just like to ask, what do you think are your top four overseas?
Uh, if I
Tough
could go
question.
first, I would say David Warner at the top, Mitch Marsh for sure. Uh, Andrich Nokia, not replaceable. So that those are my top three, anyways.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yes.
I would strengthen the batting lineup a bit by putting in Robin Powell. Uh, but that really depends on where you're playing and what team you're playing against. So I think Robin Powell will be that one person that can be put in and out in terms of who we're playing. And if we want a bowler in, then probably someone like a, a Mustafizur needs to come in, or a Lungi and Giri needs to come in. So that is where the trade-off is. But David Warner, Mitch Marsh, and Andrew Nokia for sure.
Sure, right.
And what about you, Kunal? What do you think? Who would
Uh,
be your four starting?
I think right. I'll go with Yash. Right. I think Robman Powell depends on the pitch. Right. Which location we are playing. Like, and then and I for me, like all three, like which Yash mentioned, I'll go with all three, and then replace things in some of the games. I'll go with two fast bowlers like Mustafizur and
Normal.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
also I think we also have to see Rui Russo in some of the
Hmm.
games.
Mm-hmm.
Who I think they
I
Delhi has a very good
yes.
team too. I think they have a very challenging team this year, and with the I'm very excited for the bowling their bowling unit right now. And you have the spinners like Kuldeep Yadav and Akshar Patel. They goes in
Yes.
any team, any day, any team in the first 11. They will play in the
Exactly.
first 11.
Well, well, well. Just to summarize
Yes.
what we did so far, and thank you again for your inputs, Yash
Sure.
and Kunal.
No worries.
Thank you for your time.
Yes.
So, like, I would just summarize this as the squad of Delhi in 2023 is very similar to the RCBs back in the days, where you have a solid squad of 20 odd people, but it becomes really difficult when you go into the pitch with your best 11, and sometimes all of them perform, or the other day, none of them perform.
Correct.
So that's a crucial thing. Like if
I
you have seen
think
RCBs, right, they will have the top score in IPL, they have the lowest score in the IPL, both of them
Correct.
combined. So that could be the case.
But just to add on to this, I would say David Warner being the captain also plays a very crucial part here because he has already won a
One
IPL with
correct.
SRH, which
Correct.
was a way inferior team than Delhi Capitals is currently. So he
yes.
has
I was
that
coming to it. Like
winning mentality also.
Correct.
I do disagree on just one thing. If you consider SRH as an inferior team, boof, no. SRH has always been one of the best bowling attacks. One of
Correct.
the best bowling attacks
True. Yeah.
since its inception, since it became SRH.
Right.
And
I say like I mean like this Delhi team in front of that SRH I would rate this Delhi team a bit more than the SRH which Warner won the IPL.
it's
And
a
to be
huge.
honest, Rajat, what I would believe is like, which the most positive part of being means we know that Rishabh Pant का जगह कोई नहीं ले सकता अभी फिलहाल. He
Right.
is an attacking batsman,
Right.
right? But he is an attacking captain too, right? And we got a
Exactly. Yes.
similar captain in
David Warner.
form of David Warner, right? He is an attacking. He
Yes.
wants to play the game and he wants to go and he will really go into his skins, right? And if you see the supporting staff of Delhi Capitals, it's like it's there. All of the people are like attacking people, right? So Ricky Ponting, Saurav Ganguly, Shane Watson, Ajit Agarkar. I think you name them, you have them.
Correct.
True,
Yes.
true, true. No,
Just to end this, I would like if you have followed Warner, he was very vocal about the local support in Hyderabad. So
Yeah,
just a question for everyone: how long before he posts an Instagram story with saying "Dilli se hu benchor"?
Would love to see that.
you're not too far from that. That means
hello, like
I think we are not too far from that.
no, I think you will see a lot of reels coming in from in David Warner with our anthem, right? The Roar Macha Delhi Re,
Yes.
Correct.
Delhi Re to
Yes.
Roar Macha.
Door macha.
Yeah, and I think you will see a lot of lot of guys posting the street foods of Delhi, and I think he really liked Delhi, and like in the after the Delhi Test match, he stayed there for I think couple of days, and then he visited some of the historical place of Delhi, right? As you
Yes,
know, right?
he did. He
Right.
did indeed.
True that.
Sure. So, just one question to both of you. I would like each of you to answer it individually, of course. First, I'll go with Yash. Where do you see the Delhi Capitals team ending at the season IPL? What rank?
See, as a diehard Delhi fan who's been
No,
here
no, no, not as a diehard Delhi fan. From in that case, if
I
Delhi
would
who wins the cup?
I would
What rank
always
do
want
you
Delhi to end on the top, but realistically and looking at the team that we have in place and on paper, I think top four seems very easy in this scenario. I think really just depends on finding the right balance in the first few games, and if Delhi clicks in with that right balance, that right team, and wins their first few games, I do not see a reason why Delhi will not end up in the top four.
Nice. And Kunal, what do you think? Where will you end up?
See, as Yash told, I'm not a die-hard fan. I'm bit always bit means dicey, but I'm die-hard Virat Kohli fan. So I'm and also stayed in
Oh,
Bangalore for a couple of years, and the thing is, I'm always in Delhi and RCB fan, right? So I don't have any doubt that Delhi will not finish in the top four for the qualifiers, but to be honest, Delhi has more chances this year if you compare the teams of the last 3 years. Delhi was always qualified in the last 3 years. I think they have more chances this year to win the cup.
Right. This means Rishabh Pant was the reason they were not winning.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
understand. I have
Oh, as
fingers
as
crossed.
as a
Fingers
Delhi
crossed.
fan, I will not accept that.
no, I love the
no,
way
but to be honest, the team looks great. I think they genuinely have a shot this time around, and I think they actually had a shot in the last 3 years also. But yeah,
no for just a fact, okay. You two guys are new to this channel, but this guy Rajat, after every team discussion, he says, no, this team has a shot this year and this team might win. So you never trust him, all right. No, actually, yes, it was really nice to have you on our podcast, and thank you so much for your time. What
Oh,
we'll do is we'll keep, you know, reaching out to people who want to participate in or actually want to showcase their opinion to the public, and they can
yes,
join in. If you have any friends, do recommend, and
Right.
please like, share, subscribe. Silly Point.
silly point. Right.
Thank you guys. Thank you
See
so
you
much.
again
thank you
very
guys.
See
soon.
All the
you.
best. All the
See
best,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.